Hey, what's up, everybody? Just a little bit, Bucks news. Especially, the updated for what's going on with Bogoljub Markovic as well, because they had a game. Well, it was in the morning for us, but it was the evening for them when they played. So, just to touch up a few things. Besides that, and the other investigation that was going on with like Giannis, the Bucks, and the NBA. We'll get to that too. So, but first of all, I saw this earlier today, and they was thinking that possible that the Bucks can go for Joe Embiid. Uh, well, let me try to just put the volume on this one for a little bit, and
Person that tweeted at me suggested Miles Turner and Kyle Kuzma and whatever, and then potentially adding Embiid with Giannis, and whether or not that would convince Giannis to stay. Plus, you potentially could get a first-round pick with Embiid to take that deal on. Would that be of interest to you?
hmm?
Not to me, but I do. I mean, the way Giannis was talking at the end of last season, I think he is in a mindset that he knows he wants another star around him. And, you can talk about what you believe Ryan Reynolds will become. You can talk about Miles Turner, all this stuff. But the reality is I think they don't have that currently, and they don't have a guy that right now is a proven star in this league and someone that Giannis feels like, okay, I mean, that guy can really help handle the load with me and be my kind of co-star. So I do think Giannis is looking for some type of move like that. I definitely don't think Embiid is the guy personally. I wouldn't I would not be on board with that. But I think there are some guys in the league that they could make a move for, and they could trade, packaging Kuzma and picks or Bobby Portis and picks, possibly Miles Turner to get a different co-star for Giannis here. And I mean, in my eyes, Ryan Rollins, I think he's capable of being a top 3 guy on the team and someone that definitely I think can be a key part of this moving forward. And I'm hoping that everyone in the organization agrees with that based on what he's shown so far. But I do think Giannis is looking for another, just more star power around him that he believes, guys that he believes in that can handle some of the load offensively and not put so much of it on his shoulders.
The person that tweeted at me.
Okay, guys, I gotta stop there because the roster they had when they won the 2021 championship, none of them were all stars, but maybe Chris Middleton for like a few occasions, and Drew Holiday was only an all star one time. And that was before he was an all star, before his intender with the Bucks, and Brook Lopez was one time all star. But everybody else, they wouldn't even like considered to be like an all star or anything. So, but then again, we don't know what Giannis thinking or anything like that. Then you got like sports media, speculating that this need to happen, this need to happen. Um, you tried it with Damian Lillard, it didn't work. Not fault on both Giannis and Dame, but the coach was the wrong thing, and management didn't know what the heck they have until it was gone. So, like I said, it just didn't work, and it was just like maybe the wrong pairing of like coaching and stuff like that. So I don't think they need like an all-star player. Um, they just need a person that can make like an impact. That's all they need. They don't need no all-star or anything like that. But if you want to get Chris Middleton to come back for like a cheap deal, then by all means, do that. Because Chris Middleton is a free agent. I'm about to say, like, get him on the cheap and go with that. And, like, don't try to make no stupid, trying to pay him this much. And, yeah, it's just my thing. But, anyways, I believe, they'll come up with something. They got, like, weeks until the draft, and they can't even trade people that much anyway until the day of the draft. But then again, I think at some point, like I think it's like after the finals, they can do trades, but it got to be involved with draft picks. Excuse me. So on to this, and I know some of y'all probably reading it. They did end the injury investigation. So so it mainly seemed like that the Bucks didn't do anything wrong. So there's immense amount of rumors surrounding Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the team reportedly hoping for business on trading him. There's another wrinkle in the relationship that had to be settled, with the NBA investigating the Bucks on how the team handled Antetokounmpo and his injuries. The resolution of that situation has been finalized. So let's see. According to Shams, the league has finished investigating to Milwaukee, finding that no further action is warranted. So let's see. Let's see. As Hey, how did it go dark in this? Normally go dark like after 8. Mm. Oh well, but so so yeah, it's mainly just saying the Bucks had no wrongdoing of did what they did, like say Giannis out. So yeah, he was injured his knee, ended up missing the final 15 games of the regular season. Of course, part of it, kind of like coaching fault and stuff for Doc, especially they saying they rarely like practice ever since he been there. So it's just like, how you gonna get the team groove going on? So like once again, bad coaching. Um,
All of the problems the Bucks had to me this past season has been bad coaching and bad management.
mm-hmm.
And that's what's made it unbearable for people like us. We already know, I'm not a fan of Giannis. But bad coaching and bad management makes it unbearable for someone to give their all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. That's excuse me. So I'm glad the Bucks ain't punting for it. They probably give them all the information they need and go from there. Wait a minute. The investigation has found that the Bucks scheduled Giannis to work out the last week in three scrimmages as part of his return to play process. Oh, but he declined to participate. Oh, so that explains a lot. That really explains a lot. So there's a disagreement as to whenever the team requested that Giannis participate in the group workout earlier this week, or the league is coming to monitor the situation. So, well, I'll say this: Giannis did this to himself, and like, cause I know teams never had like a franchise player. There are certain teams that didn't, but when they did, I guess what they learned from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they try and like not repeat that mistake and like just let him go so easily and try to like work around him. So that's the thing. But the thing is like there's some certain players like Glenn Robinson. They kind of mentioned this on Amar's logic, that good players we had, like Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, Sam Cassell, Michael Redd, and all that stuff is like, well, I wouldn't say totally Michael Redd, but like, he was good, but then again, his injuries caught up to him, so, that's why, they probably pulled the plug and said, like, let it go. And, well, they did end up keeping, like, Brendan Jennings and have him pair with, like, Giannis. That could have been something. I know they did, his final year on the second stint with the Bucks, but they didn't use him much. So, but I'm just glad, this thing with NBA Bucks and stuff is over and move on. And I know they're gonna like talk to Giannis and stuff like that, but my personal opinion, none of the owners should not be talking to Giannis because it's like there's one thing going on, then there's another thing going on. So, like my wife said, the bad management. No, do not send Wes Eaters or Jimmy Haslam. Maybe if you want to send the other owners, but not them two. Not saying bad, about Wes Eaters, but it's just the stuff that was causing the drama. Like the beginning of this past season, it was just like, dude, you saying one thing and Giannis is saying another. So, what's really going on? And I think that still never got resolved, in my opinion. But like I said, my point is, send the other guys there. Don't send Jenny Haslam. Don't send West Eaters. Although they're both the that see what's going on, like with the players, and all that stuff. Do not send them. Send the other owners. Even if that one black lady they have as a minority order, well, not like owned it, but she, what I mean. But send her or send the other ones, and send John Horst, maybe re-talk to Giannis, and also the new coach Taylor Jenkins. Excuse me. Send them like to talk to him. Don't need the other two. No. Because it's just sad, how West had ended up, kind of fumbling this past season, and just all that just go from there. So, but then again, hopefully, with the new coach, everything will be run differently, because there's things that, we've seen that you're thinking like, why is Doc still got a job? So, and part of it, we understand as well too, like, he just got named to being in the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's like maybe it's not the right time to fire him, or they. So I guess they talked towards the end of the season, and yeah, they both just had mutual agreement like to part ways. But they still gonna use Doc like for the near future, maybe like in the office management or something like that. Maybe that would work out for him. I wouldn't care if Doc would be in like in a office or anything like that. Maybe help out or be the president of basketball. Excuse me, president of basketball operations. Maybe that would be something. So I wouldn't care about that. That'd be one thing. But other news. Oh, no, not going to that. A little bit more, about Bogoljub Markovic. Including earlier today's game for us, but it was later for them. So now I think they are completely done because they out of their play-in tournament. Because I think for their play-in, I think it was the best of 3. So let's see, almost 29 minutes again. Yeah, point scoring kind of went down a little bit. This 24-25. So, never mind that. I read it wrong. So, I thought it was this year's, but it's not. So, you know what? Oh, Bogey. This is, okay. They be sure enough to use his nickname, Bogey. So, I did look at, the updated, roster in the ABA. As you can find him right here. So, last time I saw it, as y'all saw, it was saying, I'll show you guys. Right here, his height, it says 210 centimeters. Then you look at, here, and it says his height, 212 centimeters. So, I asked about, like, what was the 210, centimeters, so they had a thing up here. Where was it? So 210 centimeters was nearly 6'11", like 6'10" and a 7, so very close. 211 is 6'11", and as I showed y'all, 212 centimeters. He's almost 7 foot. He's halfway up to 7 feet. And let's say, guys don't really stop growing until they're like 25. So what if you end up, getting somewhere like 7'1" or something like that? So yeah, 212 centimeters. His height is, and very close to like I said, he's very close to being 7 foot. So very interesting. So anyways, let's get to these numbers for the game earlier today. For him, so I think this one probably didn't explain much, but he did lead the team with 23 points, 4 assists, 6 to 7 from, I guess, from 2 point range, and free throw was 11 out of 14. Okay, so tried doing it this way, and I think I ended up trying to look for something else. Let me try to see if I can refresh this. And nope, still not telling me anything. So yeah, like I said, we know about he's on nearly 7 feet, and he's like, let me see. Maybe I can try like oh yeah, that doesn't help either. That's like team status, so should have thought about that. It'll just be nosy. Lineups. He did start, the starting power forward, of course. But like, yeah, it's just the thing is they just didn't show how many rebounds, and I don't know why, they haven't done that. So, but you did lead the team, with 23 points, 4 assists, um, 11 to 14 from the free throw. So maybe the case is that he probably didn't had any rebounds, which is kind of awkward. But I don't know. Believe me, it's like really difficult for them to try to get his status up. So let's see, did it finally kind of okay. Sorry for the long pause, everybody. Let me just see if I can do something here. Okay, nope, 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 nope. Okay, let me just go right quick. Like I said, apologize, guys. Just haven't been in, this type of, website that's, overseas and just different. Yeah, try looking at their official website and still, maybe I can find it just a season. Yeah, because they got like two like different like teams. They got the juniors and they got the higher ups. So let's just click this before we move on. Maybe they finally updated it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, they did got like an updated So maybe they'll tell more about the scores. Let's see. Okay, so compared to what we was looking at, we were wrong. So he did lead. So Boji ended up leading the team with 32 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. So that's really still ain't bad. That's pretty nice. Like I said, can't wait to him like play in the summer league and go from there. And plus, there are a few of his teammates that's going to be in this draft. So you never know. It's just wherever Bucks do with the 10 pick, we would know the future of this team and where Giannis is going to go from there. You never know. But yeah, I think I can. Oh, okay. The May 5th. That was last game. I'm sorry. I thought it was this game, but at least now they finally came with the results. So, yeah. I don't know. It's like one of these guys you just never been like happy about before, and seeing like what he's doing like overseas, and just good news. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. Do you think Milwaukee is going to hit a home run, especially if they actually like sign him? Because like I said, with or without Giannis, we will be okay. So, and I still stand by that, and just gonna go on from there. But anyways, guys, drop a comment. Please hit the like button if you like today's video. Please subscribe. Trying to get 1,000 subscribers. When we do, we'll start doing giveaways. Click the notification button for like any videos that's coming up. And oh yeah, it's almost okay. It's almost that time. So now we're in love. But anyway, guys, check out the website. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to who we are proud sponsors of, like Maddie's Mary and Legacy Pro Wrestling. Check out Maddie's Mary at maddiesmary.org, and also look for them on Pregnancy and Infant Loss Network on Facebook. And also you can check out Legacy Pro Wrestling on their Facebook page, and all the other stuff that's going on with their June 12th and also June 13th show. So yeah, they're having 2 shows back to back. If you're in the Milwaukee area, go check them out. Anyway, guys, until next video, man up, woman up, face up.
Don't be a fuck up.
Check on your mental health, and it is Mental Health Awareness Month, so
And maternal mental health awareness.
I was just about to ask you that, so she did it for me. So please check on the people. They may need your help, and they probably don't want it, but they probably wouldn't need it. It would be more helpful for them.
They may not ask for it because they don't know how to ask for it.
Or like some of us men, we're just stubborn and
No, it's
pride.
not that you're stubborn. It's just that you're raised to believe that men don't need help. They have to be strong and suck it up, and that's not the case. Because I look at it this way, okay? If men break down, just think of them as tacos. Because tacos fall apart all the time, and we still love them.
Good boy. But anyways, guys, see you later, and y'all have a good one.